Hello, this is the DIY One for All channel, and as part of the DIY, I show you how you can do things yourself to save money. And one of the biggest issues that we have today is that we don't always understand how our power consumption habits can affect our electricity bill. And if you just take the time out to figure out how it is calculated and what device uses what amount of power, then you can better understand how your habits may actually help you to save money on your electricity bill. Well, I'm going to be doing a series of videos on electricity power consumption, and the first video in the series I'm going to show you how to calculate your electricity power consumption. And the reason why I thought this video was important and can be helpful to you is that many homeowners don't really take the time to determine what device uses what amount of power and what they can do to save money on their electricity bill. Now, I would highly advise you, if you have the means to do it, is to get a kilowatt meter. A kilowatt meter is very handy. You could plug it in your wall socket, and then you could plug your television in or your TV or your computer, and it will tell you how many watts that device consumes. And you'll be surprised to know that some devices in your home also consume electricity while they are powered off. And that's very shocking to know, but yes, they do. So it's very important, if you're going to be at work for the entire day, to go ahead and unplug devices that you are able to unplug, and don't leave them plugged in, because I tell you what, you could pay for it unnecessarily. So here are a few basic formulae or formulas that we need to be aware of. And the first one I put here is how to calculate watts. And the reason why I did that is because on some devices, they won't always tell you how many watts that device consumes explicitly. And note I said explicitly, because implicitly it's there, but they want you to do a calculation. Like I put in the example below, what they will do normally, they will tell you that this particular device needs to run on 120 volts and it needs X amount of amps. And in my example here, I put 1.2 amps. So if you're given that information, you're given the voltage and the amps, then you can convert that to watts. You can calculate watts. And watts equals volts times amps. Okay, so once you know the watts, now you can convert that watts to kilowatts. And to convert the watts to kilowatts, then you divide the watts by 1,000, and that gives you kilowatts. And now you have to take the kilowatts and multiply it by the number of hours that you plan to use a particular device. For instance, if you have a television on for 8 hours per day, then you would multiply the kilowatts times the number of hours, and that will give you the kilowatt hours. Okay, so once you know the kilowatt hours, then you can calculate how much the utility company is going to charge you to run that television. So in this case, you take the kilowatt hours and you multiply it by the utility rate per kilowatt hour, and that will give you the cost. Here we can see on the next screen here, I show you an example. And for instance, if you take that same 144 watt television, again, it requires 144 watts to run. And if you were to leave the television on for a period of 8,760 hours, and that's about a year or so, then if you take that, you multiply the 144 times 8,760, then you convert that to kilowatts by dividing that by 1,000. And notice that's just in basic math, you always perform what's in the bracket first. Just in math, you always do what's in the bracket first. So first you're going to multiply 144 times 8,760, then you would divide that by 1,000, and that give you the usage in kilowatt hours. So once you know that, then given the utility rate, if the utility company tells you that, hey, we charge 14 cents per kilowatt hour, then you can multiply your usage by 14 cents, and that will give you the actual cost of electricity. Now, if you don't know explicitly the rate that the utility company charges, you can calculate it. And I'm going to show you that on the next screen. So here we see how to calculate the cost per kilowatt hour. Suppose, for example, the utility company tells you that, hey, your bill is $55 and you have consumed 650 kilowatt hours of electricity. Then all you need to do, you just take that 55 and you divide it by 650, and that gives you the cost per kilowatt hour. So you see, it's very simple to calculate electricity power consumption, and I hope this video has helped you just to be aware that devices in your home can consume electricity even though they're not powered on. And maybe this will help you to manage your electric usage more efficiently or more effectively by turning off devices that are not needed. So those are just some good practices to help you save on your electricity bill, and knowing the calculation will help you as well to keep these things in mind. Okay guys, as you can see, it's simple to calculate your electricity cost with just a few basic calculations. I hope this video has helped you, and don't forget to vote up, give the thumbs up, and share and subscribe. And of course, DIY One for All coming to you, and I will see you on the next video as we save you money doing it yourself the smart way. Catch you next time.